How's everybody doing today? Are they all good? Hopefully everyone can hear me in the chat. If everyone can hear me okay, can we get some yeses in the chat? It'd be awesome.
Insurance helps navigate all sorts of change. But to keep doing so, the industry must
Awesome. I think everyone can hear me. All right. Well, today we are joined with Jay and Kev from Funded Futures Network, and they're going to run through what they have to offer and what they separates them from the rest of the trader funding sort of industry. So I'll let them take it away. The rest of the trader funding sort of industry. So I'll let them take it away.
All right, Jay. I'll start out here by saying, we Funded Future Network. We are a prop firm. We're a remote prop firm, and the prop firm was started by myself and Jay, and give a little bit of background of who we are, each of us. On the right hand side, you'll see me. That's me with my cap back to front and sunglasses on, Kevin. Here, started trading Forex about 2008. Went through the whole shebang. Started trading Forex about 2008. Crypto, Forex. Went through the whole shebang. CFDs, all the whole 9 yards. Crypto, and finally landed my feet. And that's where I kind of found my consistency. Jay was a mentor to me back in the day with Market Profile, so that's how we met. But yeah, and I've been trading futures since 2012. And and I'll pass it over to Jay, and he can tell you a little bit about himself and how he got here.
Sure. Thanks, Kev. So I'm Jay, other co-owner of Funded Futures Network. I've been trading since about 2012 or so when I first started dabbling in the markets, traded all kinds of different things, all kinds of different products and vehicles. Ended up in futures because I prefer intraday, and my personal opinion is I don't think there's anything as good as the futures market to trade intraday in. So actually, as Kev mentioned, we worked together before, quite a few years back, and really got into Funded Futures Network. The idea actually came up as there was a small group of us that were trading together every day, the New York Open, and some of the guys were dabbling with a few of the different companies, and we just saw a bunch of things that we ultimately figured out that we could do better and that should be done better. So we just went ahead and did it ourselves, and this is where we ended up with Funded Futures Network. It came together very quickly and very well, I must say. So we'll go ahead and what is FFN? What do we do? Why did we create FFN? Kind of just briefly touched on why we created it, because we saw some things that weren't necessarily being done the way that we would want them to be done, or as traders, and again, Kevin and myself are both still active intraday traders every day. We saw things that didn't really seem fair and not a lot of transparency. So this is kind of how FFN came together and why we created it. I don't know if you have anything else to touch on there, Kev.
Yeah, I think, with as Jay said, with being traders, we've been through a plethora of funded programs, and I think, the discussion came about the table when we were looking at, a prop firm and looking at, who instills the right behaviors. And, again, what we figured out is no one really did at the time, when we started this. And there were a couple other ones that were great, but we wanted to start something. We wanted to go back to the old brick and mortar style prop firm, and just on a virtual level. And that's our rules are created around that, and we'll speak about the rules in a minute here. But That in essence is what FFN is about, is to create and instill good, solid rules in the traders so that they can become more consistent and better traders in themselves. And that ultimately is the whole reason why we started FFN.
Yeah, and that goes perfectly into the next thing we have here, which is FFN a good fit for new traders, experienced traders, or both? And all the above, really. For experienced traders, obviously, if you have a working strategy and you kind of have your trading together, for lack of better terms, and you can put together some consistency and some profitability, then you have access to FFN capital and margin. For newer traders, you have, as Kev was mentioned just a second ago, a set of parameters, a set of rules that are geared toward having you succeed, not overtrade, not oversize, not over leverage, not, do all the things that all of us traders tend to do from time to time. So these rules are basically giving you a plan, and there's plenty of room to trade your strategy, whatever it might be. These are just risk parameters that kind of keep you trading in a way that's more suited for longevity, not for, hit grand slams today and try to make $100,000 in a day. They're more geared toward slow and steady wins the race kind of deal. Put the pedal to the metal when the time is right. Otherwise, don't. And we don't necessarily need to go through each individual rule. They're there on our website. There's not many. There's a couple short videos with some examples and demonstrations. But yeah, I'd say it's a good fit for either experienced traders, intermediate traders, brand new traders, all the above.
Yeah, I think a lot of people come in and say, well, are you guys good for new traders? And there's always a discussion about which prop firm's better for good traders or which prop firm's better for experienced traders. And I think personally, we're a pretty good fit for new traders because of the support system that we've put in place for that said trader. Again, we do all our own in-house, and we'll get into this as well. But we do all our own in-house support for all our platforms. So, they're there, they're learning the platform. They can ask any one of our staff, all our staff pretty much trade. So they know, they understand the platforms. And again, the support we get from the platforms that we use is phenomenal. That's why we use them. But again, for inexperienced traders, they can come in, they can have a platform to trade on, they can learn the platform, as they go, and get accustomed to the platform. And I think that that makes a big difference, especially for a new trader. See it often with I remember when I was back in the day getting into futures, I came out of the forex world and I was like, oh, what's going on here? And you click here and you click there, and bang, you blow your account, right? So again, with us, for new traders, we do an onboarding call. And I don't know if it's in the slideshow here later, but we do an onboarding call with everyone that so chooses, and it's a one-on-one live onboarding call where we show you how to use the platform. It's 45 minutes long. Sometimes it goes into an hour. We help them get to the new platform, because again, we use two different platforms that a lot of people probably don't know. It's not an industry standard in the prop firm business. However, hopefully it will become. But again, I just wanted to add on to the little, just about new traders. And again, which gets us to the next one here. What makes FFN stand out? Jay, I'll let you speak on the individual risk manager here.
Sure, yeah, and just to kind of quickly touch on what you were just mentioning, which
and again,
environment you can mess around in, and we can help you get that set up. And also, there's guys who have very specific setups in their current trading platform if it's not one of the ones that we utilize, and they'll say, okay, I want X, Y, Z, and A, B, C on my chart. Can you show me how to set this up exactly like my other setup is? And we'll go through and do all that on the onboarding. So it's very useful, the onboarding call. For the other bullet points here, we have individual risk managers for every trader. excuse me, that goes from day one, where it's a little less hands-on because it's an evaluation portion of the overall process. But that said, if you have questions, even if it's something like, hey, what do you think about this setup, or should I manage risk more aggressively here, or whatever the case may be, both Kev and myself are very hands-on, and we have a couple other guys working with us too that are there to answer those kind of questions, and essentially act as a brick and mortar prop shop would, where you're on a trade desk next to guys who have years of experience and can answer these questions with something behind them, not just throwing around information, with actual good information, and help guys get where they need to be. The next bullet we have there is something that we kind of touched on briefly there. Support is unmatched. That goes for our process, the trading platforms, your data connectivity, all these different pieces of the puzzle that come together. We provide full support for all those things. Our support, what's our support turnaround time right about now, Kev?
So for today, give me 1 second here. For today, on our chatbot, we're running 11 seconds. For the last week, we're running at 13 seconds. So that's a response time for the last week, over 2,000, almost 2,000 chats, 1,980. So very, very responsive. Discord, same way. If you have a look at our reviews, you'll see that. I mean, trading is hard. You don't need to be hard to get all the company you trade for. You know, we're very hands-on with the support. You know, we'll sort it out, get to the bottom of what's going on pretty quickly.
Definitely. And that's something that's one of those things that wasn't very upfront with some of the other things that we saw when we first put together FFN. That was one of the main points, because it was lacking elsewhere, like 100%. Where you needed help with something, you needed something done. It's a 2-day process. We all know the markets are fluid and fast, and you need something done. You need it done like now. Right. So the next point we have there is no open P&L drawdown. To me, that should be standard. Open P&L drawdown, for those if you're not familiar, meaning your max loss follows your account balance as you have risk on, as you have trades on. So the market, if you're long, can go up. Your max loss is going to trail up with that move. We all know markets don't go straight up and straight down. They zig, they zag. So that's moving up with your account balance, and the market pulls back, and now you have a tiny bit of room for your max loss, which is, it kind of blows my mind, if I'm being honest, that's even a thing, the open P&L drawdown. So long story short, we don't do that. Our max loss is calculated on your realized P&L. So after you close your trade, that's what it's calculated off of. Because markets are unpredictable. Again, we all know this. It's nearly impossible to succeed long-term, find any kind of longevity with that type of setup, in my personal opinion. So we steer clear of that and just calculate, your max loss on your realized P&L after each trade.
Right. Yeah, and then the last point Jeff. There is the no withdrawal restrictions. So a lot of people look at us and like, oh, really? And yeah, it is. It's exactly what it says. There are no withdrawal restrictions. So once you're in our Funded Pro account, you can make $1,000 today. The only ask we have is that you withdraw more than $1,000 at a time. But if you make it today, you can withdraw it today. There's no lengthy wait times. There's no prerequisite of you have to trade X amount of days or whatever the case may be. We have people withdrawing multiple times a day. That's processed, and it's not a 24-hour process. Again, it's the broker that we attach to that can help us do this, facilitate this. they withdraw within an hour, they're back trading again because the money's out of their account and it's on the way to them, right? And that's, I mean, the process is we just got it down pat, and it works great. People love it. The funded guys love it. Again, multiple times a day. There's no certain day you have to put withdrawals in. And again, we like that. The traders like that, and we're kind of proud of that. Honestly, it's a funded account, and it operates like a funded account.
Yeah, absolutely. The main thing with the payouts, at the end of the day, the goal in trading is to make money, right? So when you make money, you should be able to get it immediately, not have crazy stipulations that kind of,
right,
to be blunt, set you up for failure, really. Like you should be able to click the button, get your money, just like you would in your personal brokerage account or whatever live money account you're trading. So we definitely are proud of that. And a lot of it is our doing, and a lot of it is thanks to our brokerage partner that we work with as well. And yeah, it's works flawlessly. Like Kevin mentioned, we have people getting paid multiple times a day, and they're receiving those payouts, like being credited to that same day too, not just initiating the payout, but actually, seeing it pop into their account. So that's definitely a big one.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So we have, how exactly does it work? The rules, platforms, dashboard, community. So to touch on the rules quickly, as I mentioned before, we don't need to go through the individual rules here and now. They're very straightforward, very basic, easy to understand. They're on fundedfuturesnetwork.com. On the rules section, there's 3 or 4, 5 little videos that are 3 minutes long, 4 minutes long, that have demonstrations, examples. And in a nutshell, you have a max loss that you can't let your account balance go below. You have a contract scaling plan, which again forces you in a way to not be able to oversize and blow yourself up. Like there's no shot in the world that someone trading a 50K account should be able to trade like 30 minis or whatever you see
Right.
elsewhere. So these are all very particular rules that we put together, again, from experience, because we've seen what works, what doesn't, what's way too much size, what's enough size that you can make a reasonable amount of money and not have an incredible amount of risk on the other side of it. But yeah, again, you can dig through those videos. They're short and sweet, right to the point, some examples and demonstrations. And more importantly, again, the rules are there to set you up for success, not to beat you down. We're not interested in having people break rules and reset. That's not what FFN is in this space for, really. We want traders to do well because, as we mentioned, we use real accounts on the funded side. So when our traders do well, we benefit from that. When you guys do well, we do well. So the rules are there to kind of guide you to find some consistency, some longevity.
Yeah, and then we have our platforms. So we use a rhythmic connection, and with a rhythmic connection, you can connect to pretty much anything that connects to rhythmic. However, we got 2 platforms that we offer free. One is called Edge Pro X. It's a white label of MotiveWave, and then we have Fundex, which is a white label of Quantower. And Fundex is our in-house platform. If you know Quantower, then you'll know Fundex. Those are the 2 that are free. Edge Pro X runs on Mac, so you can use Mac with Edge Pro X. You can't use it with Fundex, unfortunately, but Fundex works on PC. And yeah, they're 2 great platforms, whether you're order flow trader or just a basic trader. Again, these platforms get set up in your onboarding call, and we help you set it up the way it works for you. Or even if you want to connect to a different platform, if you have a license for it, you're more than welcome to use it. Those are, and again, those are, you got a choice between those two platforms. Don't like the one, you can flip to the other one. That's fine. There's no harm, no foul there. And then we got our dashboard in our website. So the trader dashboard, we have the only live dashboard in the industry. So it updates I think every 3 or 4 seconds or 5 seconds or something. It updates, and so you can see immediately when you pass. You don't have to wait 24 hours or till the market closes to see if you passed. Your P&L, your trades, all that updates live. Your drawdown, so you can go and have a look there if you finish trading. A lot of these platforms do not show your commissions. So again, with our live platform, with our live dashboard, you can go in there and go have a look and see, okay, I'm this far, okay, I passed, okay, I can stop, because sometimes, you're wondering if you passed because you're not sure exactly if your P&L is 100% right. So with a live dashboard, it allows that, and it allows real time. When we receive that guy pass, we process it immediately, and sometimes it's 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or an hour or whatever, and they got their funded account. So again, that's one of the industry firsts that we have, is a live dashboard. And we're kind of proud of that too. And I'll let you touch on the community, Jay. You run most of it there. So
Yeah, for sure. One other thing on the platforms I just wanted to mention real quick, we have a premium version of Fundex. So like I've mentioned, Edge Pro X, Fundex, those are included in the subscription. Fundex Premium essentially is Fundex, that white label version of Quantower, but it allows you to connect to multiple rhythmic connections. So you can trade your FFN account, you can trade your personal account if it's with a broker that has a rhythmic connection, and that's pretty much that. It's $50 a month for the premium version. The other two versions are included in your subscription. For the community, our main hub for communication is Discord. We have a support ticket system in there that we mentioned earlier, super fast. We have just a bunch of channels with some educational information, different videos, and sections for the trading platforms themselves that have, how to set up your brackets, how to do this, how to do that. And then we also have a live stream that we do 9:30 in the morning, New York time, to usually about 11 to 12 o'clock, where we stream our trading screens. And we're just in there kind of talking shop. And that's super beneficial, especially for newer traders, just to be around other traders with experience that are talking shop, basically talking managing risk targets. What's the market doing here? What's the market doing there? So on and so on. And again, anyone with a active evaluation with us has the ability to get into the live stream there that we do each morning.
Right.
Yeah. Is there anything else I'm
no,
forgetting to mention about the community there?
No, actually the dashboard there, Drew, you can attest to this, is we have a little widget of financial juice in our dashboard. So it shows you the news right in our dashboard, the widget there, so you can easily see the news. So I just wanted to add that there. But yeah, no, I think you covered pretty much most of it there, man.
All right, cool. So for our partnership here with Financial Juice and Tick Strike, we have a link up here. Hopefully Drew can toss it in the chat.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat
as
so
well.
Can see it.
Awesome. That'll give you 35% off lifetime for any valuation account, any size. And we're also, this is almost like a combination here. We're running a buy one, get one free until the last day of the month here, until 11:59 p.m. New York time on Saturday, which is essentially any evaluation account that you purchase, you get another one of equal size for free. And as long as that first account that you purchase remains active, you're able to use the free account as well. So yes, you can combine these two things. You can use Financial Juice's link there and also benefit from the buy one, get one free up until 11:59 on Saturday evening.
Yeah, it's a pretty good deal. We do these once in a while. We do them maybe once, maybe twice a year. So we're not again, we don't run these very often. So getting on it, it's a pretty
Definitely.
good deal. Yep.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'll be straightforward in saying that you won't find us doing the 80% off discounts and things like that, because we provide a lot of value, and it costs money to run. So,
Yep.
You get what you pay for at the end of the day. So,
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
So
Before we wrap it up, has anyone got any questions in the chat? I'll take that as a no. If anyone's got any questions, it's best to get them in now whilst we got them on the webinar here. But yeah, if there's any further questions, is there any way they can reach you? Emails or anything that's best sort of support if they've got anything else?
yeah, absolutely. During regular trading hours, there's an active chat window on our website, fundedfuturesnetwork.com. On our website, there's also a link to join the Discord. We're always in there, active during regular trading hours, sometimes after regular trading hours. And support at fundedfuturesnetwork.com if you want to reach out to us via email. We'll get back to you.
Well, awesome. I think we're good to get it wrapped up here then, guys. And if anyone's got anything, then yeah, you can reach them through their website and stuff. And don't forget to check out all their daily streams. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed today. Hopefully you go check out Funded Futures Network.
Right on. Thanks for having us, Drew.
Thanks, Drew.
No worries.
Appreciate it.
All right. Have a good one.
Have a
good one, guys.
Take care.